Welcome to my review of Sigma's 18 to 35mm lens in 2 minutes. First I will go over the specs and then my opinions on it. First, it has a focal range from 18 to 35mm and a 17.2mm front thread for things such as a polarizer. It has a minimum focus distance of 11 inches. Focusing is accomplished through a continuously active focusing knob that has a good feel and allows for smooth pulling of focus. The zoom knob also has the same functionality and also allows for extremely smooth zooms. Overall, the build quality of this lens is extremely high and it feels like a very high-end product. The only thing that separates it from the in-house lenses is the lack of a rear weather seal. The rubber on the focusing and zoom knobs does tend to collect dust, but this can easily be cleaned off with a wet cloth. The only functional issue that I have noticed is that out of the box, this lens struggles with autofocusing. It is still quite capable, but spending a few minutes to adjust the AF micro adjustments in your camera's settings will dramatically increase the accuracy of the autofocus. It also is compatible with the Sigma dock for very low-level tuning, but this should not be necessary for the vast majority of users. Another major concern people always have is whether this lens will work or not on a full-frame camera. Personally, I feel that it can be used on a full-frame camera, but there are some caveats, and it is not recommended. First, the camera must be mirrorless, as it can damage DSLRs, and it can only be used at 35mm. Any less and the vignetting becomes very apparent, so I would not buy this lens for sole use on a full-frame camera. However, if you already have it, it may be worth keeping. Overall, this lens is a great tool, especially if you have an aps-c DSLR and are looking for an upgrade for the kit lens, but don't necessarily want to spring for a full-price Canon EF lens. This is a great middle ground lens and I highly recommend it as long as you are willing to spend the time to properly focus the lens.